Alright, so I took my Telecaster down off the wall to play with it, and as you can hear, I got some awful buzzing going on there, but electronic buzzing, audio buzzing. So I don't know, I already checked the cable. It's not the cable, it's not the jack, so I suspect there's probably something inside the guitar. I pretty much assume I'm assuming that it's probably a ground that popped off. I don't know how, but maybe a bad solder joint or something. But I can tell because if I ground myself to the guitar, hear that? See? And there's awful buzzing. Alright, looks like we'll have to take her apart. Now, like I said, I started with the most obvious stuff. I checked the cable, make sure it's not the cable. The jack is actually firmly seated. There's no wiggle room or playroom. I'm going to start with the control cavity here. It's as simple as pulling out 2 screws and checking inside there. If I can't find anything obvious in there, then I'll have to take apart either the bridge and then the pick guard. I don't want to take the bridge out because that's going to be a pain. But yeah, if I have to take the bridge out and check out that pickup, I guess I'm going to have to. So we'll start there. Alright, so I have her up here, and let's go ahead and take some stuff apart and perform some surgery. I'm going to start off with the control plate, see what we can find in there. Hopefully it's nothing too major. And while I'm at it, I may as well clean her up, get the dust bunnies out, maybe check the frets, clean the frets. Look at that dust in there. That's crazy. Alright, this should just pop right out. The selector switch is actually mounted right to there. Pull it out nice and gentle. See what we got going on here. Oh, I can see it right off the bat. Alright. I can see exactly here. See this? This is a grounding wire right here. It popped off. And it looks like it popped off that pot right there. Easily fixed. Easily fixable. We'll get that. And while we're in here, we'll check everything else. So I don't know why that would just pop off like that. Probably just a bad solder joint. And after a while, solder joints do fail. Alright, I'm just going to visually check everything. Making sure nothing else popped off, and everything looks pretty good. That's a little funky right there. I'll check that out. But yeah, that looks like that was the only problem. I suspected it was probably a ground wire that popped off, but I was just hoping it wasn't in this area. I didn't feel like taking the strings off and taking the bridge off or anything. So, let's fix her up. That's easily fixable. Alright, like I said, I'm going to give her a little cleaning. It's a good idea to hit it with some canned air inside and out. Ooh. Clean all the contacts off. Alright, let's check that wire out. Yeah, I'll clean it up a little bit and solder it back on this pot right there. And then we should be good to go. We should be good to jam. Let's go. Oh yeah, I bought this guitar in 1994, and I walked into the music store and I played it, and I knew within the first 30 seconds of playing it that I just had to have it. It's a 5-position switch, and actually you can get it to sound like a Stratocaster. She's got great tone. So let's get it working again. And while I'm at it, I'm going to clean her up. Maybe check the neck out, tweak it, and clean the frets up. The frets are they're not too bad. The actual maple fretboard is kind of dirty. I'll have to clean that a little bit. And I think I need to adjust the pickup a little bit and check the intonation on it. And she should be as good as new. Check out that. I love that finish. Transparent blonde finish. You can see the wood grain. Definitely get it working again. Let's get soldering. Yeah, solder that ground wire. I don't know why that popped off like that, but she did. Luckily, it's an easily fixable thing that pretty much anyone can do. You just have to know where to look, kind of troubleshoot, isolate where the problem's coming from. I just didn't want to take this guy off. It would have been a major pain. So let's get to it. Let's rock on and solder back on. Oh yeah, when you're soldering, you want to make sure that you have a clear path. You want to be very mindful of where you're soldering. You don't want to be burning up your other wires. That's not good. Alright, you want to clean up your wire. Ting the tip of the soldering iron with some solder. Get that nice and all primed up and ready to go. And alright, she should be good as new. Let's take a look. She's looking good. Alright, she's back in service, baby.